and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. I'm Jay.
And I'm Alex.
And today we're going to be talking about some of the news topics from across the country, starting with our first story today. Starting with a bang, a couple went viral, all for the wrong reasons, over the weekend in Pattaya. Pattaya Beach, often referred to as Thailand's Sin City due to its notorious nightlife and adult entertainment venues, has once again become the center of controversy following the public fornication of a tourist couple. Captured in a video shared on Facebook, the naked pair was seen engaging in sexual activities under the streetlights, seemingly indifferent to the nearby beachgoers who observed and laughed at their actions. This incident occurring on Jomtien Beach, a section known for its high-rise accommodations and vibrant tourist traffic, has sparked a mix of shock and criticism among online viewers, questioning the choice of location over more private settings. Despite being a recurring issue in the area, public lovemaking remains illegal in Thailand, believe it or not, with penalties of up to 5 years in prison. However, enforcement challenges persist, as indicated by the ongoing investigation by the tourist police into an event that seems to have taken place months prior, underscoring the difficulty in curbing such behavior in the popular destination. How do we stop people from having sex on the beach?
I don't know. It's right there, and it's a nice cocktail name, too. But, public fornication becoming a problem in Pattaya. Yeah. This is not the first time we've told this story. That's for sure.
I know that, I mean, coming from an Asian world, Westerners are a bit more free with their body, a bit loosey-goosey. Shirt comes off, it's a little hot. But, I mean, I feel like all of them have a hotel room. Maybe they're just like campers. I don't know. They've got a shared room.
Definitely booze involved. There's no way that this is not an alcohol-fueled incident for sure. So tourists, make sure you can handle yourselves.
Yeah. Don't do it, guys.
Right.
You will be filmed and shamed.
Sand gets everywhere. It's just not worth it, man.
Oh, no.
All right. Well, anyways, moving on to our next story. So this is a pretty crazy story. A very horrifying death aboard an international flight traumatized passengers over the weekend. So during a Lufthansa flight from Bangkok to Munich, a 63-year-old man tragically died after experiencing severe health issues that led to him losing liters of blood, causing panic amongst passengers. Despite his visibly poor condition upon boarding, marked by cold sweats and rapid breathing, which his wife attributed to rushing, the flight crew initially allowed him to stay on the flight. Concerns raised by Karen Misfelder, a nursing specialist and witness, led to a doctor being summoned. However, the man's condition quickly worsened, culminating in a distressing scene where he spat blood and bled profusely from his nose and mouth. The flight had to divert back to Bangkok as flight attendants attempted to resuscitate him, but he was pronounced dead and moved to the galley. The incident, confirmed by a Lufthansa representative, has not yet received an official comment from the airline. Terrifying stuff, man. It's horrible that it happened in the first place, and it was a very strange thing. Apparently, they had given him tea. They thought he was just needed to settle down, and they gave him tea, and apparently the tea mixed with the blood in his lungs and started this fountain, this blood fountain that really, I mean, it'd be horrifying to see. What a tragic and terrible way to go.
These things happen quite a lot more than people think. Like, I used to work in airlines. There used to be approximately 4 deaths a week.
Wow.
I think everybody's no one's at fault. Sometimes these things just happen. But especially when you're checking in, like, people are trying to look for these signs. But sometimes there are people who are a bit fragile. They're in a wheelchair. They look old, and you can't really tell that. I guess if someone was like panting and out of breath, then they shouldn't have taken off. But who knows? So. We weren't in that situation.
It was just such a dramatic fashion too, apparently. So, well, anyways, hopes their family will be okay throughout this ordeal.
All right, well, we're going to move on to our next story. Now, we all know that a lot of people travel to Thailand for martial arts, Phuket Island being one of the most popular destinations there for Muay Thai especially. But the Muay Thai gyms are pleading with the government to alleviate traffic conditions in Phuket. The Soi Taiyat area in Chalong, known for its concentration of boxing camps and fitness facilities, is facing significant traffic congestion issues due to cars being parked along the narrow street. Kun Wachara, the managing director of Thaiger Muay Thai, highlighted these concerns while expressing support for the government's initiative to issue special Muay Thai visas, which allow tourists a 90-day stay for martial arts training. This visa scheme is expected to attract more tourists and boost the local economy, as Muay Thai is popular among health enthusiasts. However, the proliferation of both registered and unregistered boxing camps in Phuket exacerbates traffic woes. Wachara called for government intervention to address the congestion. The Phuket governor, Kun Supon, and Thamawat, president of the Sports Association of Thailand Phuket office, echoed the sentiment, emphasizing the economic benefits of promoting Muay Thai tourism, including significant daily income from training camps. Now, how do you attract the people to come do Muay Thai? Obviously, with great Muay Thai, but where do they park their cars or bikes?
I mean, it's there's so many people coming now for these camps. It's an easy way for people to get visas in order to come into the country. So there's tons of people doing it.
Yeah.
And apparently it's exacerbating the already congested traffic that's coming with like Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
Obviously the influx of Russians. Like Phuket is booming these days. So they have to figure something out to make everything flow a little better.
But Soi Thait it's probably the most famous street for like Muay Thai and fitness. They have Unit 24, Thaiger Muay Thai, like people coming there for CrossFit training and stuff. It's quite legit stuff. But yeah, extremely tiny street and all the motorbikes and everyone, because most of the foreigners, they come in motorbikes, right? They're staying there in like small motels and stuff or small rooms, and they drive their motorbike and just park it on the street. Very limited parking in the first place.
Yeah, so watch where you park too. They might get sideswiped on those tiny roads. Well, anyways, on to our next story. So, could casinos be coming to the land of smiles in the near future? Let's find out. Now, Thailand is considering legalizing gambling with the proposal of opening Singapore-style integrated resorts and potentially allowing online betting sites, aiming to boost tourism and generate government revenue. However, experts emphasize the need for stringent regulations akin to Singapore's approach to mitigate risks, particularly for local players, while addressing the rampant illegal gambling that flourishes both in border towns and online. An ad hoc parliamentary committee, supported across political lines, is exploring the feasibility of this initiative, which could transform Thailand into a competitive player in the regional gambling tourism market. Big international casino operators are showing interest, viewing Thailand as a lucrative market. Despite the economic potential, concerns persist about the social impact, particularly regarding online gambling, which remains a contentious issue due to its accessibility and associated risks. The process of legalizing gambling, complex and fraught with legal, social, and economic considerations, is expected to be lengthy, with ongoing debates about how best to implement and regulate this significant shift in policy. Casino time, Thai Vegas. What do you think?
They've been talking about this for a couple of years now. So first they wanted to bring casinos to Thailand, then they wanted to bring casinos to the airport. Then we were discussing whether Thai nationals would be allowed to participate. Like, Cambodia doesn't allow their citizens to do it. Thailand already has a problem with gambling. There are underground dens, and every time an underground den is raided, everyone acts, the officials act like, oh, what? We never knew this was here. There are no illegal dens in Thailand. So we've been through the whole thing. I mean, I feel like every year some official will come out and say, like, let's open casinos. It'll boost the economy. Yeah, they'll talk about it for a month and then dies down again.
Well, the thing is, like, it's a black market, right? So as long as it's illegal, then it's going to continue to have to be underground. And where there's a desire, where there's a market, it's going to happen. I'm definitely in favor of, I'm a libertarian view on this kind of thing. I think, and gambling does bring a lot of revenue in for the country, but obviously you got to mitigate the risks. Like people, you go to Vegas and some people just never leave because they end up putting themselves in debt. So those concerns are valid too, I think.
Well, talking about concerns, this is going to lead us to our final story today regarding the Thai population, because the Thai population is going down. That's right. Thailand's population slightly decreased by 0.06% in 2023, totaling 66,052,615, with a decline of 37,860 from the previous year, according to the Interior Ministry. This figure includes 65 million plus Thai nationals and 991,000 non-Thai nationals, with a gender distribution of 32 million males and 33 million females. More females in Thailand. Bangkok remains the most populated province, followed by Nakhon Ratchasima, Ubon Ratchathani, Chiang Mai, and Khon Kaen. Despite having 20 provinces with populations over 1 million, Samut Songkhram is the least populated city in Thailand. Furthermore, Thailand faces a significant fertility crisis, with predictions of a population halving in the next 6 decades. The fertility rate has dropped to an average of 1.16 children per Thai women, with the Public Health Ministry initiating efforts to encourage pregnancy to manage the impending demographic shift. This fertility decline marks a significant change from the past, where average annual births were around 1 million between 63 to 83. Is Thailand the next Japan?
Right. Like, Looks like it.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. These demographic shits are slow moving. They're like cruise liners, basically. But once the trends set in, it's almost impossible to get them to reverse.
Well, in comparison to the male and female, there's plenty of females there, but female power, they don't want to have those babies.
Yeah, indeed. And birth control is so readily accessible here in Thailand, which is obviously probably contributing to this. And, you know, planning parenthood, I think, is a very important aspect of things rather than, you know, accidents happening left and right.
You'd think, yeah.
Well, I don't know. But, yeah, it's an interesting thing that now this is the first year that Thailand's population has gone down since forever. So, concerning shift. But also, I think it's going to be happening. It just happens to the developed world. It's going to happen to all of us. So, I don't know. Less babies. I'm with you.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Those are some of the stories from across Thailand today. Of course, there are more stories that you can find on thetiger.com.